over the hill, now that I have retired, fading away, but I'm not yet expired. Clapped out, run down, too old to save, 1 foot in the grave.
I remember the day I came through the door. Insisted on walking through, not out of arrogance, out of dignity, if that's what they call it. Just another term that looks good on the leaflet, if you ask me. Kids were arguing all the way in the car with me and amongst themselves. Leave it out, Dad, Rosie, my eldest, was saying. Just let Phil push you in. You got to take it easy with that knee, at least for the next few months. No, I said. Shouldn't even be here, Dad, at a place like this, Phil butted in. You'd have been much happier being at home, looking after yourself, being looked after by carers. I know you, Dad. You won't like being waited on like this, and you don't even want to know what they're charging per week here. Not that Rosie and I mind, of course, but oh well. Anyway, I really do wish you'd let me wheel you in. You can barely make it to the toilet in time nowadays. No, I said. Phil's wife hardly chimed in the whole way. That was a first for this parasitic, pearl-clutching, patronising, penny-pinching excuse for a next of kin, Anne-Marie, my daughter-in-law. I tell you what, she makes Adolf Hitler look like a limp-wristed social worker. Bye-bye, Daddy. She kissed me on the cheek, without her lips actually touching my cheek. Making enough noise about it, though, so that the carers looking through the window could see that Anne-Marie really cared about her father-in-law. And maybe she did. Maybe she did respect my dignity. She certainly wasn't bothered whether I used a wheelchair or not. Mustache! She shot back to the car as I hobbled to the door, carrying a case of clothes, smiling as much as I could. Better be off too, Dad, Phil said. Just as well for my son that chivalry's dead. Otherwise, he might have to help his sister carry what we'd managed to gather up of my life. All 6 boxes full. Please, Dad, you need a wheelchair. No, I said. The doors opened. I limped. Somebody escorted us to my room. Someone in a purple tunic, probably a manager or deputy manager or whatever some cunt with a slightly better parking space is nowadays anyway. By the time I'd landed in an armchair and that somebody had told me her name a second time, I'd already forgotten my own name and I was becoming reacquainted with my own breaking body. The door shut, cup of tea on its way. I was proud to have made it without the wheelchair. Then I noticed the egg stains on my top. I could see it in the dim light of the car. But I saw it now. I saw it a lot worse. I saw the stupid old man that I was, the stupid spastic embarrassment of an old man. I couldn't see it then in the car like I saw it now, in this light, sun raking over me, baking me, blinds down, heat like bleach on my eyes. That light getting through the blinds anyway, even though the blinds are down, the heat getting through the blinds anyway, that light, and the artificial light beating down on my head. I told you, Dad, you shouldn't have walked it, Rosie said. Before I can answer her, I feel my crotch getting warm, and not in a good way. Toilet! Toilet! I get up, drag my feet to the bathroom. Toilet! Toilet! No! I grab the door frame just before my head hits it. Get the wheelchair, Rosie! The piss warms my thighs. Go on, Rosie, get the damn wheelchair after all! Oh, Dad, no, I'm sure you can make it from here, Dad. Get that fucking wheelchair! There's more of your inheritance squelching into my pants. Now get the fucking wheelchair, Rosie! That night, I had supper in the lounge. I wasn't feeling the dining room. Wearing a wraparound nappy and someone else's pants. All 20 pairs of my pants mysteriously got out of the suitcase and walked off of their own accord. They just disappeared. So I had to wear some other dead Nazi's pants. Spooky, innit? I remember two things from that night. First one was when I saw that old boy Rodney sitting in his wheelchair in the lounge, sipping dishwater out of a sippy cup, Daily Mail in his lap, pages stuck together with dribble, and he was wearing a Tottenham shirt. Christ, a fucking Tottenham shirt. What sort of hellhole have I come to? A fucking Tottenham shirt. The other thing I remembered was the rock hard cake and the custard. Not rock cake, rock hard cake. Meant to be sponge, I think, and custard. I've learned if there's two things that are a certainty in this hellhole, just like death and taxes are in life, if there's two things that are a certainty in this hellhole, it's urinary tract infections and custard. Sometimes my nose and my eyes plays tricks on me, and I wonder if there's a difference between them. But the months pass away, or maybe it's been years. I don't know. I must admit it's hard to tell. They come to toilet you, the ones in blue, the good ones that we clapped for in COVID, and the indifferent ones, and the Gestapo in training. You never know what sort of care you're going to get. But no matter how good they are, they still put you in your nappy at this time. And again, a dozen hours later. Hard to tell what time it is, let alone what the season is, what the year is, what the day is, what the hour is. TV nowadays runs around the clock. And when you've got endless Jeremy Kyle repeats, endless can't pay, we take it away, endless punish the poor programs, well, it's all the same propaganda, innit? The same year, same time, same fucking life, same people, me included, staring at that screen in the lounge. Well, I don't know who I am. Don't know what I am. I know when everyone else has been hoisted up or hauled off, that surely it must be dark by now. And it must be time for my next nappy change. Makes no difference to me. I see no windows, no sunsets. Makes no difference to me. Light is when people's eyes are open and vacant and their mouths are open for pills. Dark is when my eyes aren't even open enough to register the fact that I'm the only one awake. Makes no difference to me. But you know what? From today, I noticed a difference. Because I've got given not a lunch, but this plate of, well, what can you call it? Kitten diarrhea on a plate, maybe, with some mashed up carrot, mashed potato that's been mashed once more for extra measure. And I'm supposed to eat this. The doctor's orders to help me get better. I'm supposed to eat this because I choked on that overcooked beef a week ago, and it's a smooth diet from now on. £1,000 a week I pay to live in this place. It's everything that Elsa and I work for. Watered down. And what does it come to? A liquid diet. I'm day in, day out, spent sitting in my own fluids. Well, they say mankind evolved from the creatures of the oceans. So now that I'm back to sitting in my own fluids, well, it's back to the fluids from whence I came. So if you hear me now, someone in the great up and beyond, where some semblance of empathy exists, please tell them, whoever listened, tell them something, by all means. If we can back Boris, at least back him enough to give me a couple of fucking cyanide, because he can tart it up all he likes. He can put some pastry and brown sauce in front of me, but I still have taste buds. I still need my dignity, and I'm dead from the neck down. But I'm still here.
But I am just too long in the tooth, so I'm an OAB and weak mean. But I'm not yet quite gone to sea. I may be over the hill now that I have retired, fading away, but I'm not yet expired. Clapped out, run down, too old to save, 1 foot in the grave.